Hey guys, let's see, bringing you another video and welcome to Milio. So Unranked Diamond, I wanted to play Milio today, the new champion, and I thought I was actually going to struggle to get a game on him because I'm queuing up a support and he's a new champion and he might get banned. This is the first game of today and he wasn't banned and I was first pick, so bam, I just get to play him. So here's the load of Meduda, which again we do show in the Unranked Diamond series. A bit weird things going on. So doesn't play Mundo, very little Nocturne games, very little Corky games, doesn't play Draven. Professor doesn't know what I'm playing. You've got Duo in the enemy team, and Kiana, unfortunately, with a Malphite with a terrible win rate. His name is literally Reformed Milio, by the way, so that's quite funny. A Fiddle one trick. Jin, who's got over 1 million mastery points for the champion, but a tilted 6-game loss streak Karma that hasn't won a single game of Karma. And I wouldn't be surprised, by the way. Gold 275, yeah, that player's definitely just got demoted off just being on a 6-game loss streak. So I think our comp could beat theirs, but theirs is scary and a wombo. Like, they've got Malphite and Fiddle and Kiana all going together. That is scary, but I'd say individually we might be stronger. So I think this game for us is going to determine how well lane phase goes. The good news, and this is the good news, I actually counter the enemy comp quite a lot too, as Milio. So they're a big AoE wombo combo with CC, and Milio does an AoE anti-CC ability that heals. So if we can get to that state and I don't get CC'd, I actually can counter their entire comp. So we'll see how that goes. So I will try to explain the champion. Again, this is my first time actually playing him myself, but I was in the dev meeting, so I do have a decent understanding of him. But I will need to remind myself basically what's going on. So his Q is basically a kicks a fireball, knocks back the first enemy hit kind of thing. Does a bit of a slow. The W is a hearth kind of thing, and you can move the campfire around to heal people. The E is a shield and speeds that ally up, but it also grants, unless did they get rid of that? Oh wait, no, is that the W? Ah, yeah. So if they're in the W, they gain attack range as well as being healed. The E is just a movement speed and shield, and then the ultimate is the big AoE restoring health and gets rid of CC. But also the bigger thing as well, it cleanses, disabling and immobilizing effects, also heals, but then it grants 65% tenacity for 3 seconds to the people that you've hit. Oh, they're swappy swap. Interesting. So yeah, pretty effective. Hey D-Fox. Yeah, hopefully we can have a fun time. Me and my Twitch chat did kind of joke. There's very much Dora the Explorer vibes with this guy. Wouldn't, like, if he was literally in Dora the Explorer... Oh, let's see, I just knocked that back. If this guy appears in Dora the Explorer as some partnership with Riot, and does Dora the Explorer still exist? I don't even know. It would not surprise me if Milio popped up in Dora the Explorer. Like, look at his run, for God's sake. Like, it's like the same. That was bad. Hang about Hextech. No. God damn it. Naughty. I gotta get used to that Q. It's whatever it hits first, I think, and then it bounces up in the air. Apparently, only airborne things doesn't get cleansed, everything else does. So it will work on a suppression, but yeah, it won't work on Malphite ult, but it would work on, like, say, Fiddle Fear. Oh, that... So again, right now I'm giving him I'm healing him, and while he's in that, he's got higher attack range for a Draven. So that's actually quite nice, because obviously one of Draven's main weaknesses is his range. Obviously, very long cooldown, though. Nice. Just beat the Kiana. They've done a lane trade there just to kind of abuse the Kiana. Shouldn't overstay, though. Look at his health. That is the most tempting thing I've ever seen to a Fiddlesticks, like, or a jungler in general, to be on that health. If Fiddle isn't making his way to mid lane, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say, if Fiddle's not making his way to mid lane right now, then that's crazy. I don't know why Mundo overstayed. That's kind of Kind of weird. I'm gonna go. He wanted me to go Q again, but I just want to have all my abilities on the go. Q does actually feel like quite low range. Can you attack them, Draven? I always end up with really passive Dravens, and it weirds me out. Does anybody else get that? Does anybody else get like really passive Dravens? Oh, I aimed for the minion and then the minion moved. Yeah, I think you actually are supposed to aim for minions and then it bounces up into the air. Hey, Jamstan, 13 months of Prime says, new job offer, great day, wishing a great stream and games today. Yeah, thanks, dude. If I do that, bong. There you go. So that's kind of how I guess you're supposed to land it. This Draven just isn't interested, is he? That's not great. Oh, they've swapped back. Kiana died, and now they've put Kiana top. That's actually really funny. God, it really latches easily. I will say that the Q, even if you think you can, like, throw the Q to a minion over there, if there's a minion right in front of you, it is hitting that minion no matter what. Mana costs seem really high. This Draven doesn't seem great, unfortunately, for me. Man, we're losing lane with the Draven because he's just so passive. I don't know if you're playing Draven, please don't play passive. We should be at a health bar advantage in this lane, but he's actively not trading with them. It's very weird. We should not be on the back foot with a Draven. He should be playing forward and looking to be aggro, but he's never doing it. We did see, obviously, on Professor, he doesn't play Draven. He's never played, not a single game of Draven played. So, yeah. Maybe he just doesn't really know he should play aggro. Maybe he wants to get big stacks and then gets a big cash in. It's not worth it, though. You may as well take your early advantage. Like, that's the thing. As a Draven, you want to take your early strength, early advantage and use that. He's not using it at all, so then the stacks are pointless because you're never going to get a kill. Like, he honestly, like, he's farming well, and that's what he mainly wants to do. Like, his playstyle to me is, I just want to farm. And if that's what you want to do, don't play Draven. Nice. This Kiana's having a bad time. Nice. And look, when you actually fight and auto attack them on our terms, we win. Oh. That didn't look very synergized. The shield is so low in the early game. Oh look, this Kiana's like proper tilted, I swear. I think Nocturne might be dead, but yeah. Why isn't Draven pushing this in?
An ally has been slain.
He should have probably pushed that in. No, but I got Milio in my first game of the day. Yeah, you can stack them, but still.
My own Millie. I hope she's proud of me.
But again, Riot in the dev meeting that I was part of did say, like, he's a proper typical enchanter. He isn't lane phase at all. He's kind of like, think of him as kind of Sona-esque. That not lane phase, if, you know, very squishy, he can get, if he, you know, someone sneezes on him, he can just die. But is absolute monster later. So, yeah. Ah. It's a weird ability. I like it, but it's just weird. The only thing that I don't love about it is you actively have to be like pushing minions away from your AD carry to get your poke in. That's the thing. But like, I don't love that because it's just going to mess with your AD carry a bit. Tried. I got rid of the fear. We went through that. I guess we should probably have expected that. Nocturne should definitely gang bot lane though. Like, they are very immobile down here. What does his R do? AoE shield, sorry, AoE heal that also removes any form of CC apart from a knock-up. Oh, that's bad. Wow, he just completely wasted his ulti. Ouch. That's a big ouch. That's a big ouchie. Nice. Dude, this Mundo's popping off. Didn't Mundo just get buffs or something? Was it a nerf? I can't remember. Maybe it was a nerf. No, it was a buff. I swear it was a buff. It was a buff. A late game? So again, the Q does look like, by the way, that it is like actively following. Like, it looks like it is trying to like target them specifically. Yeah, jungle buffs mainly, true. Come on, Corky.
You can do it, Milio. Thanks,
There's ward right there. Why would you waste your stopwatch? That's a weird waste of stopwatch. Draven's literally just standing on top of you like, hi. See, I would say for a, you know, mage, well, he's not really a mage, he's an enchanter. But even for an enchanter, it is actually on the hard, you know, it's my first game, so maybe it's just me not playing amazing, which is very possible. His poke isn't as easy to land as maybe I would have expected it. Wow, Kiana's died again. If you do directly hit an enemy champion, that little knock-up thing happens to the enemy champ. So it is better to hit a champion than a minion. It's just the poke actively is easier to do it on a minion. That's the thing. That's not bad damage as well. Because I already will hear people go like, oh, can he mid lane? Again, the devs kind of said that. And the devs said it in their meeting. But I already can just say right now from playing him, there is no way. There's no... Why did you back away? What? Why did he back away? Huh? I don't know. There is no way that this guy can be anything other than a support. There is just... there is no point. His damage is so weirdly situational. Ooh. Yeah, his damage is completely situational. Wow, Fiddle didn't get that kill with ult. His damage is very, 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 very situational. And Raven probably is dead. And the Kiana, who's like mega tilted, is roaming all over the shop now because she can't get anything in a lane. Do do do. Do do do. A lot of overstays happening this game. I am broken. Yeah, he's an enchanter, but like I don't know, he doesn't feel like a completely typical one. I will say that. But I guess right. Watch this healing. That's not great. For an enchanter that's supposed to heal. Yeah, that's not his strength, obviously. I think a lot of his strength is front-loaded into his ulti, which is fine. Get wrecked. I karma die. I definitely meant that to happen. Yep. There's a lot of death going on. This game's going pretty good. And then someone wants to surrender. What? Hello? League of Legends, baby. League of Legends. Yeah, man. I will say mana cost's incredibly high. What happens if you queue the tower? Nothing. Just went through it. Just went through it. Tier might be good on him. I don't know. I don't think it's worth buying like a tier on something that you're never wanting to build for damage. That's the problem. Hi. Of course Fiddle's here. To be honest, for a Draven player, his mechanics aren't bad. Hey, Bondus Armor. His mechanics aren't bad as a non-Draven player. Wait, did Kiana... Oh, I think Kiana just one-shot the Corki. To be honest, I'm not really surprised. It's Kiana in the end of the day. That's what she does. What? Okay, she is an odd player. Does she play Kiana? Oh yeah, she's like the Kiana main. 140 games of Kiana this season. Weird. See, I'd say he's definitely not a weak champion, but I don't think, like, his strength, as Riot has said, is not lane phase, and that is definitely true. But we also have had quite a passive Draven, which obviously is a bit weird to have a passive Draven. But yeah. Yeah, having a passive Draven is never going to help. Giving him more range. Give Mundo some attack. This Kiana just looks lost, man.
You're so short in person.
Fiddle's alive somewhere. He's back there. Because even that shield, like, you can stack the shield, but, like, that shield is really low. Only 73 shield, yeah.
Did you say something, amigo? I'm pretty strong. I've been training like all day.
Direct. You're fine. 3 health. That's more than enough. Yeah, that Kiana's a little bit tilted, is the language I would use. Just a little bit tilted.
I don't get it.
Is Milio broken? I don't think he's broken on my first... on, like, my first game playing him. My first impression, he's not broken.
Show the battalion what I'm
And
made of.
when you're... The language broken is, like... is stupidly OP, crazy, blah, blah, blah. I think you can just see from this gameplay he's not broken. Is he weak? No, I don't think he's weak, but...
My own Millie. I hope she's proud.
yeah, he's definitely not broken. Not saying he's not going to get nerfs, but... overstay by Corky. Why overstay?
Good thing I like walking.
Level 11. Hey, Bearded Mac. I'm above level of my Draven, by the way.
This is the farthest I've ever been.
It's a little bit worrying. It is because he's been so passive as Draven. And typically not a passive champion in lane phase, but yeah.
Anyone else getting sleepy?
You do have to, I'd say, be a little bit careful of like a Baron. Because like they have Fiddle. It means that they can do Baron, they'll just do it slowly.
Did you see that, Amigo?
What's the average tea drinker? 20 months tier 1. Thank you so much, my dude.
Green?
Oh, they're overstaying again. I think they're okay though.
The jungle isn't as creepy as it looks.
He's a support through and through. He has no capability to be mid whatsoever. They're just letting us do this. Yeah. Well, okay, he did die. Where's the smite? Bro. Jesus, did he not have smite up?
Family with me.
Rampage.
I don't know if he had smite up.
This should help.
Whoosh. Hey, Butter Sponge.
Burn bright. There's fire in every living thing.
It's Kiana. Really don't know what she's trying to do this game. Just tilt. Honestly, our team tilted the Kiana, I think, by the really smart trade that they did. That was, like, really good. I've literally got not much to help here. Nocturne just got one shot. You're popping off, man. I hit that. Look at that damage. Oh! Let's go, dude. We played that pretty well. Woo! And we actually played that really good. This Kiana is so mad at me. She's so mad at me.
Even when I'm alone, I'm not lonely.
Oh, very nice. Why the hell would you build? Oh wait, can you Mikhails yourself? I don't even know if you can. Like, why would you buy Mikhails on Milio? His ult is Mikhails, you know. Say again. Dude, there's been a lot of overstay this game. You can Mikhails yourself. Okay, that's why you buy Mikhails. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you can't ult if you're CC'd, so if you can Mikhails yourself, then I guess you'd Mikhails yourself and then use your ult. That makes some more sense.
I'm not homesick. I just really miss my bed.
Ah! Oh my. Gonna run through his abilities. We did that at the beginning, but we can do it again if you want. That Nocturne has a very odd... he gets the kill, but... I'm not going to stand next to Draven, by the way, because Fiddle's going to ult us. He's top. So yeah, his Q is a fireball that you kick. It's his only damaging ability. If you hit an enemy champion directly, it bounces them up into the air. If you hit a minion, it bounces the minion into the air and then follows more damage. The W is that kind of circle that you saw me use. That if I'm healing and I'm healing allies that are in that circle, and I'm also increasing their range. So like what? Bonk, bonk. That's the little Q knock up. Hey Zelge. The E is this. I'm gonna be honest, like, we are maxing it last, so maybe it's not designed to be good, but like, it's a really pathetically low shield. The nice thing is it gives movement speed. So movement speed is obviously nice. And then your ultimate is a big AoE shield. Sorry, I keep saying shield. It's an AoE heal that removes CC. The only CC form I believe it doesn't remove is suppression. I'm gonna heal both of us up. And very little healing. Hit that Q, nice. This Kiana is so mad at me. What the hell? It's a shame I died there. I should have exhausted, but like, damn. How much range does it give? It's percentage based. 20% attack range at max rank. So typically, like, it's probably not that good for a Draven. In the dev meeting, like they said, is Milio is better with high range champions because they're gaining more from the percent. So if you put Milio with a Caitlyn and give her 20% more range on top of her high range already, it's crazy good. So yeah, like a redemption. He is typically better with higher range targets, but doesn't mean he's bad with something like a Draven. It could be better. Yeah, it has weirded me out how passive this Draven is in lane phase. Because like now he's playing kind of aggro, but it's like this is not. Wow. This is not Draven's time to shine, you know. Oh. Oh. How sneaky am I? Bum 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 bum. Let's go. Got it.
Stain! Mama worked so hard on this poncho!
400 damage. Not worth risking anything. With Dragon coming up in 20. But even his ulti only heals 295. What does Soraka ult heal? I know that's like Soraka is like a healing champion, if you know what I mean, but I am surprised how little the shields and heals actually are for Milio. His W only heals 200 over the duration of the whole thing. The ulti, your big ult only heals not even 300 yet. The shield is 135, like, it does seem really on the low side. Massive. Interesting fiddle. I didn't have any CC to remove, so I just used it for the heal. Oh, Draven! Bro, what are you doing? Ah! There we go. That is my first game of Milio. First impression of him and all that. Yeah, Jellybean is making a good point. They potentially have they probably have put him in a state of not having crazy stats at the beginning to see how he does. But the thing is, like, he didn't feel bad. It just surprised me how little his stuff did. But he can do a lot of little things, and that adds up. And I think that might be the point that they're trying to do, maybe, is that. Of, like, Soraka mainly just heals. Well, Milio can heal, but he also can give movement speed, and he also can remove CC. He also could do, like, a little funny knock-up thing. Like, he can do a few things, but just doesn't... He's not the class leader in any of those things. He doesn't shield the most. He doesn't heal the most. He doesn't give you the most movement speed. The thing that he does is remove CC with his ultimate. That's his class leader aspect. Because, like, right now, obviously, I'm not a massive fan of overall win rates, but after day one of him in Platinum and above, his win rate is sitting at 51.3. That's pretty good. For a brand new champion, usually brand new champions are either one of two things. They're either pretty low, like 45% because people are learning the champion, or they're crazy high because they're just overpowered. I think Milio, probably in terms of his strength, is a 51% win rate champion, because I think most players, especially in Platinum and above, he's not hard to play. You know, we became very comfortable in this champion throughout this one match of me playing him. He's not hard to play, and I think because of that, you're getting his true strength and true indication of where he is pretty quick. Quicker than most champions when they come out. So, not bad. We got our first win there to promo. Again, very little damage. You know, again, he is a pure enchanter champion. So he's not, don't expect high damage numbers at all. But we went 0-3-20. So yeah, involved, by the way, the Draven, who I did say was very passive, he was involved in 12 kills. I was involved in 20. So I was trying to do things without the Draven because he wasn't great. And compared to my team, look, I was involved in more kills than anyone apart from the Corki. The Corki was involved in 22. I was involved in 20. Even my Nocturne Jungle was only involved in 14. So we did actually get really good involvement this game. So that's not bad. But anyway, yeah, that is the way that I'm Fighter just said. He's more of a jack of all trades rather than a individual like peaked strength in one aspect. But that's fine. I honestly, I see this champion relatively blending into League, which is nice because they're like a lot of people, and I don't mean to bring up a sore topic of new champions versus old. Most new champions do not mesh very well into League. They are so overtuned. It's hard for them to like perfectly sink into the game. I think, honestly, in a couple weeks' time, Milio will just be within League, and that will be it. It won't be a big deal about it. It won't be like, oh god, Milio's on the enemy team. Like occasionally, if you see a Viego or a Yone, you kind of have that feeling. I think you're just gonna be like, oh, they've got a Milio, okay. I think he's gonna be like a Bard, like that type of pick. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys did enjoy first game on Milio, overall I think he's pretty cool. Throw a like on it, throw a comment, throw a subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime. I know how to unleash eternal